on. Find it. There we go. Railroad route. Okay. Already the stream is freezing. Where's the stream? Okay. Okay, so we're going the railroad route because I spent 2 hours earlier today off stream trying to get Liberty Prime to please, for the love of God, make it to CIT. Nope, nope, nope. Blue screen, crash, crash, frozen, blue screen, crash, crash, frozen, blue screen, repeatedly, endlessly. I give up. I'm done. Brotherhood are done. Sorry, that's it. Moving on. I cannot complete that quest, and I can't complete that quest. I can't continue on with the Brotherhood. So we're going to go see the railroads because I'm done. I'm done with the Brotherhood. The complete inability to do that quest has just pissed me off too much. So moving on. Have to listen to Liberty Prime frozen or stuttering or screaming about how much he hates Chinese people again. Oh, yeah, I'm done with that. So we're going to go the Brotherhood route, the railroad route, which is much more intriguing and
do you need
rather
something?
than just run in and kill everything.
I have plans here to build a signal interceptor that can get me into the Institute.
So that's what the Courser chip was all about. You needed that frequency, I take it. Why? What does this machine do?
The Institute uses teleportation to get in and out. The interceptor can hijack their signal and send me instead.
We've spent dozens of years and too many good agents' lives only to discover not a goddamn thing. And now we have the answer, thanks to you. Teleportation. That the Institute could build something so... But we've got work to do. This is our top priority now. I want Tinker Tom to help you in any way possible to get this device built.
Ready to hand over the plans? This is the big one.
Here you go. Let's see what we need.
Hold on. Who wrote this? Some kid with a crayon? Shit. Must have been a real big kid.
Oh, man. Molecular transmission via encrypted RF waves? Those Institute eggheads are crazy. And you can divert the signal using a heavily modified relay interception. Like a pirate broadcast, you know? That's intense.
I knew you could figure it out.
The plans cover all the high-end egghead shit, but they're missing a ton of engineering details. Filling in the gaps will take time. This bit here, the stabilized reflector platform, just needs some high-grade metal. Easy. By the time you finish that, I'll have the rest done.
Nice work, Tom. Glad you're on our side.
Hey, tell that to Carrington, though. We can scrounge up the platform components you need. No problem. But where to build it? It's gonna... It should fit over at Mercer Safe House. Pam's already given that place her full blast. I'll flag some runners to deliver.
Gonna build it on Spectacle Island. Fucking hell. Cool. Let's go get my jetpack right.
You're the one that scored the DIA cap.
boy. Right. See, I'm thinking he wants I'm gonna need an extra gauge circuit board. Come on, high capacity magnet, which makes no sense. Magnet isn't something that you put things in. It doesn't contain anything. It's how going to be high capacity? Stronger magnet or high strength magnet, but high capacity? There's something else missing. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, it's high-powered magnet, okay.
Howdy.
Hey, Cool Games. How you doing, buddy? Sorry to tell you, but the Brotherhood is a bust. I spent 3 hours, 3 goddamn hours earlier just trying to get Liberty Prime to go to CIT, and the game crashed and blue screened and froze and crashed and blue screened and froze again and again and again and again. So I'm done. Sorry, Brotherhood of Steel, done. I can't continue the story with the Brotherhood of Steel. It's just not fucking letting me.
Oh man.
Just refused, man. You should see my stream earlier. It just kept freezing and stuck in and blue screening, and I'm done. I can't do it. I might have the same problem with the Railroad when I do Red Rocket's Glare. I think the only ones that are definitely going to go through with no problems are the Minutemen and the Institute, because they don't involve travelling overground or in the air to the Institute. They involve teleporting there. It's a wholly different thing. But yeah, so I need to talk to Tinker Tom, and I know as soon as I go to Tinker Tom over here, yeah, he's gonna appear at the island. What's this up here? Oh, it's a marker. Let's remove that. I started a new playthrough of Elite Dangerous earlier as well, so I'll be doing that periodically over the next few days. And when it comes to my 24-hour stream, because I now have my 100 subscribers, it'll be on the 30th, and I'm probably going to do GTA, a 24-hour GTA stream, because holy shit, is there a lot of content that I can play through there without having to worry about issues. I'd like to do a Fallout like survival stream or something, but it's just not feasible streaming Fallout for 24 hours. It's going to be 20 or 30 short streams.
DIA cache, right? Tom's dying to talk to you about it.
You got the platform built yet? Tick tock, tick tock. I'm waiting for the good news.
Easy. I did it. The platform's constructed.
And I filled in the blanks on the blueprints. We can actually build this crazy thing. The science of this monstrosity is wow. But fortunate for us, the ingredients pretty common. But there's 3 specialty items that I just can't grab from our safe houses. You find those, and
Okay, so you want me to get...
Thanks, Tom.
I don't doubt it for 1 minute. After you get the gettable,
Sensor
meet me at the...
module. Sensor module. Damn it. Well, why doesn't it say that on the wiki? I specifically looked to see what I needed, and nowhere on there does it say sensor module. Well done, wiki. Oof, yeah. You fail. Sensor module.
If you're not injured, please bother someone else.
Word is, Diamond City is under opposition control.
No, don't be. I'm sure there's a...
What shenanigans are we up to today?
Sorry, Tinker Tom's got me doing something.
There it is. I knew there was a fucking chemistry station in here somewhere.
Knack for construction.
What's that? Scroll all the way to yes. To the letter S. Okay. G. Grab a couple just in case. Let's build this bitch. Yeah, I was having fun escorting Liberty Prime, but it just wasn't happening. It just kept screwing up and crashing. After 2 hours of just trying again and banging my head against the brick wall, I had to concede defeat. What? Tom, don't stand there. You... Yeah. Move your daft bin. Jesus. I thought you'd snap. Fuck you. Alright.
Status report.
Got activity, Des. Not sure how long for a piece.
The Institute is a huge unknown. Before we can make any plans, we need to do something. What I'm about to tell you is the most closely guarded secret the Railroad has.
See, the railroad story is actually really good through this, because you've got to infiltrate the Institute and be subtle rather than, you know, just throw nukes at it. Which is literally what the Brotherhood do, is keep throwing nukes into the hole in the ground.
I like the name.
There's a man or woman, we're not sure, inside the Institute who helps synths escape to freedom. Dozens of synths owe him their lives. We don't know his name. We've never had a way to contact him. So we gave him the code name, Patriot. If your plan works, and you're able to get inside the Institute, we need you to make contact.
Yes, but it's cooler, lol.
Well, it is if the game will let you do it.
Okay. Tom's encrypted a message for Patriot's eyes only. Once he sees it, he'll contact you. Until you make contact, and probably after, you need to stay in their good graces. You need to infiltrate them. Can you do that? Can you be our agent on the inside?
Bring it on.
You can do this. Stand on the platform and I'll give you the holotape. The signal interceptor's ready.
I'm ready as I'll ever be.
The moment of truth, then. Tom, talk to me.
This frequency is only going to work once. You know who doesn't make the same mistake twice.
I'll say this, the Brotherhood is the only one who makes this and it doesn't break halfway through. Was it either that black pipe or that one comes off? I think it's that one.
We won't miss any. There's only, 60 trillion of them. All right, feeding our baby some juice. Let's see what she's got.
Take this holotape. You need it to contact Patriot.
Oh, man, don't worry.
There it is.
That's all part of the plan.
Tom, do whatever you can to gain their
With
trust.
the,
Live generators.
Tell them what they want to hear. Make up a cover story and sell it.
Come on, I think I got it. Establishing lock on the Institute signal.
Just get all the information you can. About synths, about the Institute's plans. Find their weaknesses. If we can disable or destroy the Institute, we may have to do it. You jack that holotape into any terminal and Patriot will make contact. He has to.
Got the RF. We got it.
Find a way to save them. Nobody else can.
Now.
What up, Nexus?
No smoking, I heard that lighter.
Yeah,
Lol.
good luck with that. Ah.
Hello. I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator. I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Don't have the key. Sean?
Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean? Is that really you?
Who are you?
And it.
Fake.
Yeah.
Sean, where is everyone?
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Sean, are you okay? You're not hurt, are you?
What's going on?
Considering they give you four endings, they don't give you options to make it seem like less like you don't know what's going on. Like, we all know this isn't him. But,
Sean, honey? What do you
either
want
way,
me to
we've got
do?
to play the role of the distraught parent for a bit.
Father! Father, help me! There's someone here, help
We'll
me!
just see, in about 45 minutes. This we cutting short this stream because I'll be doing some GTA streaming tonight with my friends. But then I'll be back on Fallout later.
Who?
Father? Father, help me!
Uh-huh.
Father? Father, help me!
Sean.
Fucking kill! Anyway. Just had to get that out of my system. Anyway, yeah, moving on.
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a
Just had to, get that out of my system.
We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
Oh, lots of Dalek.
I know. You've gone to such lengths to find him.
I'll make this very simple. Where is my son?
He's here, in the Institute. Closer than you think. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been rewarded. It's good to finally meet you, after all this time. It's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
How is that even possible?
I know this is a lot to take in. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality. And here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
It wasn't right, what they did. Taking you from me like that.
To you, that would certainly seem true. But to the Institute, it made all the sense in the world. At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
So the weird...
In a manner of speaking, yes. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted.
The Institute's newest synths are like T800S.
Wasteland. Radiation affected everyone, even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above. Members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary.
Oh, Nexus, you didn't hear.
But then the
So
Institute
I didn't get to
found
finish
me.
the Brotherhood run
After discovering
because I
records
spent
from
2
Vault
hours
1,
struggling with blue screens and freezing games and crashing and shit,
frozen
trying to
in
get
time,
escort Liberty
protected
Prime
from the
to the
radiation-induced
Institute.
mutations
Couldn't do it.
that had crept
gave up
into
in the
every
end.
other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they
Took
needed.
some self-control to just
And
give up
so
on the
it was my
Brotherhood
DNA
line and not the
that
game as a
became the
whole.
basis
Because obviously I
of
still want to do the
synthetic
DLC and everything.
organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father.
Sure.
Oh god, I've listened to all this yesterday.
Sean.
The Brotherhood.
It really, I know
Leave
you.
it on. Yep.
So,
I am the
they need your help, Sean. It's rough up there, to say the least.
Oh, we've tried that. Surprised? The Institute once tried to help create a stabilized Commonwealth government. It ended in bickering, infighting. It was a disaster. No. We look after our... Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, just...
Sure.
What else can I say?
I think I've heard enough for now.
Very well. You have to understand. The Institute was They needed DNA, untainted by radiation. Rather than casting
God, there's
aside
a
what
shit
they
ton of
had,
dialogue in this bit.
they raised me as one of their own. I've lived my entire life within the Institute.
They had no right to take you. You were my son. Our son.
I'm not justifying what they did, just explaining. My parents were supposed to be kept in cryogenic suspension should a backup be required, but none was necessary. The program was ultimately a success. My DNA was fused with a modified virus to create the organic material from which our new synths are made. In a sense, our newest synths are all my offspring. And so they call me Father. The Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
Maybe.
I know. The Institute can provide a better...
Yeah, I'm supposed to be a spy, and I should probably just be like, yeah, let me in. Let me in.
I assure.
Sure.
Things are pretty terrible up there.
Yeah.
I've seen it myself.
I'll be your Institute lapdog until I kill you.
That is why we are so committed to creating a better life for us. And it's a life that you can now be part of. I simply ask that you give the Institute. We really do have humanity's best interest at heart. Will you take that chance?
All right.
Thank you. The Institute is now your home as much as it is mine.
I find it amusing that one of the most dialogue-heavy parts of the game.
Meet the people you'll be
obviously all the subtitles are in white, and most of the time you're staring at a dude in a white lab coat. It's quite difficult to read those subtitles.
Dr. Ayo in SRB, Dr. Holdren in Bioscience, and finally Dr. Lee in Advanced Systems.
Oh yeah, I'm not meeting Lee. Oh yeah, get out of my face. God. Not that way. This way. Right. Let me remember where the fuck is the magazine?
Almost done. Just need to
Because
tighten up
that's
this primary
obviously
drive
the
circuit.
single most important thing I'm getting out of the Institute is somewhere in here. Shot!
Hell yeah.
Well, that's the important stuff done. Now we can work about the story.
When are you going to tell me about this mysterious Phase 3?
You know I can't talk about that.
Is it true Food Supplement 77 has been discontinued?
That is correct.
That was my favorite one.
Hey, it's me. So you're the one who sent the encrypted message. How did you even do that? I wasn't sure anyone on the surface would have a chance to crack Trinity. You know, the encryption algorithm.
A friend named Tinker Tom cracked your encryption.
He must have had some serious hardware to pull that off. Wow, your message was only one word. Friend. What did you mean by that?
The railroad sent me to look for someone they call Patriot. That's you.
What? The railroad? As in the railroad? And they gave me a code name too? I kept sending synths to the surface hoping someone would help them. I hoped the railroad got to some of them, but I never knew for certain.
You've saved a lot of synths.
So much to take in. But wait, with you in the picture, I have this idea. To rescue a lot of synths at once. But we'll need help. Where's he working now? Right. Let's go to the West Atrium. Probably best to talk about something else right now. You know my father thinks it's a living hell on the surface. But that can't be right. Heck, you look positively normal to me. No offense.
I'm probably the healthiest wait.
I'm not sure if we could ever make the surface actually a decent place to live. But that
Probably the
doesn't
healthiest
mean we
person
shouldn't
in the
at least try
Commonwealth.
to help, you know?
Do.
Good. He's here. C-114. It's me.
Sir,
I'm being all
you
covert.
require something.
It's okay, Z1. She's a friend. She's with the
I
railroad.
thought you can be in the
Being
chair.
here is dangerous. And you bring a stranger. You. How do I know we can trust you?
Because the members of the railroad have dedicated their lives to fight for your freedom.
I thought only Mr. Benet cared. But your friends actually fight for us?
That's what the railroad does, Z1. She's from the surface.
I've never met another human willing to help. But, sir, we must make this quick.
Right now, how many synths want to escape, Z1?
The ones I know for certain? 13.
That'll take forever. Let's free those 13 all in one go.
I would do anything for my people. But how do we get them to the teleporter? It's no good. The old maintenance tunnels that lead there are always sealed. By the SRB.
If I can find a way to open those doors, could you get your synths to the teleporter room?
Yes. We'll talk later. Someplace more secure.
Just a few high-security doors, right? Controlled by cutting-edge SRB security tech. Yeah. A head-on hack is the sucker play. So we go at them sideways. You're willing to help, right? I can't do this alone.
Of course I'll help you.
Our core security architecture hasn't fundamentally changed from the old CIT days.
Don't walk away
The
from me.
original security
Big
program was
conversation. I hate when
called
they do
Code
that.
Defender. Revolutionary stuff.
I was sitting down.
We still have terminals running version 1, mothballed in storage. With some persuasion, I can get an old terminal to interface with the new security terminals. Enough to open doors, at least. Problem is, I can't even crack version 1. So I need a good old-fashioned username and a password. And that's nowhere to be found in the Institute. But if you could get me a pre-war admin password from the surface, I could log right in.
I'll find it for you.
That's great. Unfortunately, the obvious place to look won't work. The CIT ruins were picked clean years ago, but some of the admins had to live off campus. Ask your friends in the railroad. I need those login credentials. C-114, it's me.
Sir, do you require something?
It's open.
We've been through that conversation, nuts.
I'm playing New Vegas right now.
Oh, hey, Snucky Tuber. Nice.
I hate thought game. My grammar. I have that game.
Yes.
It just works.
It just works. Fucking doesn't. That's why I'm on the railroad playthrough instead of the Brotherhood.
Sweet.
Fucking game driving me crazy.
Got it.
"16 times the detail."
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Personal record. Dr. Brian Virgil. This will likely be my last recording. My requests to shut down the FEV program have repeatedly been denied. Nothing useful in the last 10 years. Why does Father insist on continuing it?
Do you guys really think synths are people, or what do you think about them?
Then I have to take matters into my own hands. What we're doing.
I look at people like Nick and Curie and realise there's the potential to be people.
After I'm gone, know that I never wanted to hurt anyone. Anyone. Do you understand me? I'm gonna make sure the whole program is shut down. If not for good, then at least for years to come.
Humanity's future is taking root right.
I know what I'm about to do will be seen as a
Doc?
betrayal. I have everything that we
They just want to have a
Dr.
right.
Clayton Holdren,
So
head
we're
of the
not even
bioscience
the
division.
course of
I can't wait for you to see the work we're doing.
I look forward to learning more about
In that case, let me give you a brief overview of what we do here.
Oh, I'm sorry, boys. I've been through all this yesterday. Oh God, he's frozen.
Our most important directive, to that end, we cultivate. We've even started. You probably saw the gorilla.
Seems like there's nothing. I'm not sure how well I'll fit, right?
Come on.
Great. I was hoping you'd. In any case,
It's just lagging so much.
I'm good for now.
Take care then.
It's really sluggish. Conversation. That was really weird.
She's been at it for
Rush work was sloppy at best, and deadly at
Nothing.
worst.
At this point, she's just doing it for fun.
Excuse me, Doctor?
Ah, it's you. You're here then. Yes, I know who you are.
Don't worry.
Thank you, I do appreciate it. Oh, before I forget, I've been told to install. You're to be given full access.
Thank you.
Given that, in case the significance is lost on, if nothing else, it should. Now, unless there's something else.
I'm good for now. Thanks.
All right.
Power through these because I've already spoken to all of these.
I wish I had
once
more
today,
time.
if I'm honest. I was there last night. I don't remember, but it was recently enough that I don't want to sit through all of these conversations again.
No visible reaction to K-14. You know the protocol, sir. Authorized
Scanning unknown identity.
Seductive. They think you can hide in his office.
I am seriously thinking of heading over to robotics to knock some
We're all
heads
looking
together.
forward to working with you.
It's an honor to meet you.
I'm looking forward to you getting out my fucking way.
You're here. Glad you made it.
Please don't.
Excuse me,
There's enough
Doctor.
friction as it is between us and pretty much
Here you
all
are.
the other departments.
Just an air. I'll be. Despite your, I'm sure you.
No problem.
Good to hear. Now, Father, our primary response.
I'm
certain there is. Our main, of course, they are highly. But I gather you know. In fact.
I hate to break it to you, but your courser wasn't all that tough.
Then it's likely the unit was defective. It's rare, but faults can occur from time to time. Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back.
I'm good for now. Thanks.
Very well.
I've got to do this before I can leave the institute. That's the thing. It's part of the rub. I've got to do the institutionalized quest before I can actually get the fuck out of Dodge.
All done. You can return to the duties and remember to record every symptom.
I hope I'll prove a useful test subject for you, Doctor.
Hi, Doc.
Ooh, someone's a jet addict.
They weren't kidding.
I know, they were an
Really
addictome
are
addict.
here. Well, all right. I'm Allie Fillmore. You can think of me as the Institute's chief engineer. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much. I think most people
That's
would have
half a
just
porn
given up.
name.
If you don't
I'm
mind
gonna become
my
a porn
asking,
star and call myself
what was
Dick
it that
Fillmore.
kept you going all that time?
I just wanted to find my son and keep him safe.
Now that you've found him, I hope you're proud of the great man he grew up to be. Now, I'll give you a quick run. As you might guess, we maintain and there's a lot of machine. The work we do might not be as exciting. So, now that...
Absolutely.
Good to hear. Take your time. If there's anything else you...
I'm good for now. Thanks.
Goodbye, then.
You can now fast travel to and from the get the fuck out of here. Yeah. Woo.
I wish you could have known Father as we have. Dr. Orman's lecture on cold fusion was nothing short of a revelation.
Okay, so I've got to talk to Desdemona. Let's go do that.
Hey, it's Whisper. Whisper's back.
Ah, my favorite meat shield.
Oh, thank God.
Woo! CJ, as I told you, the molecular stabilization matrix held.
Funny, you didn't sound certain yesterday. It is really, really good to see you. Did it work? Did you make it inside the Institute?
I met with the leader of the Institute. And it turns out, he's my son.
What? Wasn't he just a little boy?
After they took him from me, they froze me in cryo.
Instead of being on ice for a few years, it's a few decades instead. The Institute's really done a number on you. Besides meeting your boy, did you meet Patriot too? Did Tom's holotape work?
I met Patriot. His name is Liam Benet.
I knew you'd get the job done. We need every scrap of intel you picked up in there. Write up a full report on Pam's terminal. After you're done, we'll analyze it and figure out the next step. Get to it.
Pam wants you. She explained why, but I couldn't figure it out.
You're the real deal. You actually made it inside the Institute.
The way she said you then, I thought she was about to have a go at me. You're a
Rogue variable. Dispensing data. There are 3 independent reports of Courser activity. Analysis completed. Based on target's activity pattern, location, and suspected trajectory. Conclusion. The Institute is actively looking for railroad assets. Stopgap solution. Terminate Courser threats whenever possible.
Wouldn't killing a Courser blow my cover?
2 facts. Fact 1. If Rogue Variable leaves no survivors, chance of undercover mission being compromised is 1.3%. Railroad Alpha has deemed this an acceptable level of risk to preserve the current railroad organization construct. Fact 2. Only agents of designated subclass Heavy, capable of eliminating Courser threat.
Seems logical to me.
This unit's logic circuit. Target designated Courser Alpha. Eliminate Courser Variable.
The importance of Bunker Hill and
Preliminary
our
analysis complete.
Please keep it that way. Anything we need to move on?
Affirmative. Codename Patriot requires admin credentials for Code Defender security software. Cross-indexing CIT security administrators with 2077 Commonwealth Census records. Filtering by surviving structures. 1 match found. Bergman, Wilfred. Bergman, Wilfred. Registered as co-owner of Cambridge Polymer Labs. Estimated 81% chance of login credentials being located at this facility.
Thanks, Pam.
Complement detected. And
after you get the password report back here, with any luck,
We don't talk about that.
Burn up the cars, it's fun. Pistol, shotgun or assault rifle, I think blowy uppy shotgun's a good way to go. It's like the easiest quest ever. Gotta kill that dude. Oh no. How will I ever get to him? Just trying to think, I've got a GTA event I'm doing in 10 minutes and I don't know if I could get Cambridge Polymer Labs completed in that time. Quite a bit to it in there, going through the orientation, killing all the ghouls, hacking. Yeah, no, I ain't gonna be able to do that in that time. What else can I do briefly, just for a minute? without an entrance on the roof. You like skipping around the rooftops in this game. What building's that? God, imagine if you ended up down here and you didn't have a jetpack. Curious as to whether you can even get onto that roof. Probably not. Oh, this is one of your random encounter spots. There are various random encounter places around the map. It keeps defaulting my fucking robots because that's not how I built him.
Identity confirmed.
My bots are reverting. That's not good. Yeah, if you're looking for level 4 traders or anything like that, this road along here is a good place to fast travel to. There we are, we got Gruel.
So that's it, huh?
I want to talk to you.
Well, you win!
What the fuck was that all about? Yeah, random encounter. Oh, lovely. What are you two guarding? Why are you guarding Cambridge Polymer Labs? Why the fuck you just stood there? That's weird. So... Well, I shot it and part of it disintegrated. That's lovely. Guess that's all that's happening there though. Okay, yeah, I'll carry on with this later, because like I said, I ain't going to have time to do this before my GTA event. I will be streaming again in a few minutes, but it'll be GTA. My best buddy's hosting an event that I used to host, so I'll be joining him for that. Hopefully you'll come watch. See you in a bit.